In the very center of Vienna stands a cathedral that has watched the city for nearly 8 centuries. St. Stephen's Cathedral. Its towers dominate the skyline. Its bells have echoed across the city for generations. And its walls have witnessed wars, plagues, and the rise and fall of empires. But hidden among the stones of this great cathedral is a darker story. A legend that says the devil himself once stood here. According to the tale, the cathedral was not built without supernatural interference. Because somewhere in the stones of St. Stephen's lies the mark of a pact made with the devil. And when the deception was revealed, the devil struck the church in fury, leaving behind a mark that people in Vienna still point to today. Tonight, we explore the legend of the devil's mark on St. Stephen's Cathedral. Welcome to Of Mountains and Men, where we explore mysteries, myths, and legends of the Alps and beyond. St. Stephen's Cathedral, or Stephansdom, has been the spiritual heart of Vienna for centuries. The first church on the site dates back to the 12th century, when Vienna was still a growing medieval city along the Danube. Construction of the great Gothic cathedral we know today began in the 14th century. For generations, craftsmen, masons, and builders worked on the structure. Stone by stone, the massive church rose above the city. But in medieval Europe, great building projects were often surrounded by stories. People believed that churches and cathedrals were not simply buildings. They were battlegrounds between sacred and supernatural forces. And the larger and more impressive the structure, the more likely it was that legends would grow around it. St. Stephen's was no exception. To understand how stories like this could take hold, we have to imagine Vienna as it once was. In the 14th and 15th centuries, the city was very different from the Vienna we know today. The great ring roads and the imperial boulevards did not yet exist. Instead, Vienna was a tightly packed medieval town, surrounded by defensive walls. Narrow streets wound between timber houses. Markets filled the squares with merchants, travelers, and craftsmen. And towering above everything stood St. Stephen's Cathedral. For people living in the city at that time, the cathedral was more than a church. It was the center of daily life. Its bells marked the hours. Its towers served as watchpoints over the city. Its walls witnessed baptisms, weddings, funerals. According to one of Vienna's oldest cathedral legends, the builders of St. Stephen's encountered an impossible problem. The project was enormous. Construction took decades. Money ran short. the work slowed, and the builders feared the cathedral might never be completed. At this point, the legend says, the master builder made a desperate decision. He sought help from a powerful and dangerous source, the devil. In medieval folklore, the devil often appeared in stories about cathedrals and bridges. He was said to offer help with construction, but always demanded something in return. In this story, the devil agreed to assist the builders of St. Stephen's, but only under one condition. A cathedral must never contain the sound of bells. If bells ever rang from the tower, the pact would be broken. The builders agreed to the strange condition, and according to the legend, construction suddenly progressed far more quickly. Walls rose, towers climbed higher. The cathedral neared completion. But the builders had never intended to honor the devil's demand. They had a plan. Hidden within the cathedral design, they prepared a bell tower. And once the structure was finished, they installed the bells. When the great bell finally rang out across Vienna, its sound echoed through the streets and across the rooftops of the medieval city. The devil had been tricked. Bells held enormous importance in medieval cities. They were not simply instruments. They were the voice of the church itself. Bells marked time, called people to prayer, warned of fires, and signaled danger when enemies approached the city. In Vienna, the cathedral bells became part of the city's identity. The most famous of them today is the Brummerin, the great bell of St. Stephen's Cathedral. The current bell was cast after the Second World War, but it continues a much older tradition. For centuries, the ringing of the cathedral bells marked the rhythm of life in Vienna. In that sense, the legend about the devil's condition, that the cathedral must never ring bells, carries a deeper meaning. A church without bells would be a church without a voice. And the people of Vienna would never have accepted such a silence. When the devil heard the bells of St. Stephen's ringing for the first time, the legend says he flew into a rage. He rushed towards the cathedral in a fury. Some versions say he attempted to tear down the church. Others say he tried to destroy only the tower itself. But before he could succeed, the sacred power of the cathedral repelled him. In anger, he struck the stone walls of the building. And where his hand hit the stone, a dark mark remained. Even today, some guides in Vienna still point to markings in the cathedral stones that are said to be connected to that legend. whether the mark truly came from the devil, or whether it is simply a quirk of weathered medieval stone. The story has survived for centuries. Stories like this were common in medieval Europe. The devil frequently appears in legends about cathedrals, bridges, and towers. These legends often reflected the awe people felt when facing enormous structures that seemed almost impossible to build. St. Stephen's Cathedral was one of the greatest buildings in the region. To medieval citizens of Vienna, its towers must have seemed almost supernatural. And so, legends grew around it. Stories of devils, miracles, and divine protection. Even today, when millions of visitors walk through Stephansplatz each year, the cathedral still inspires the same sense of wonder. Over the centuries, St. Stephen's Cathedral has witnessed nearly every major chapter of Vienna's and Europe's history. It stood through the expansion of the Habsburg Empire. It saw imperial weddings and funerals. It endured sieges and wars. During the Second World War, parts of the cathedral were badly damaged when fires spread through the city. The great roof collapsed, and the famous patterned tiles were destroyed. But the people of Vienna rebuilt their cathedral after the war. Today, its colorful roof once again shines above the city. And although Vienna has grown into a modern capital filled with traffic, museums, cafes, St. Stephen's Cathedral still stands where it always has, at the center of it all. A building that has inspired centuries of faith, and more than a few legends. St. Stephen's Cathedral has survived fires, wars, and centuries of history. It has watched Vienna grow from a medieval town into a modern capital. But hidden within its stones are the echoes of older stories. Stories told by generations who looked up at the towering church and imagined forces far beyond the ordinary world. Whether the devil ever truly stood at the cathedral walls, we cannot know. But the legend remains. And like so many stories in Vienna, it reminds us that beneath the city streets and monuments, history and myth often live side by side.